Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 319. 319.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open space inside the 10. Quick slant, caught by Moore. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. A little flag down. He goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Set! 3-19.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll drop to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set! Blue landed! Blue landed! Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out come the Dolphins now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Check, Patriot. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Hurry up, here we go.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now back to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now the extra point. Extra point up and through. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now here come the Dolphins. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 3.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Spinning away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Go, go! Let's run! Let's run! They're running! Lay down!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he finds a man on the crossing route. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
Back now in Miami. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this one is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Again, he'll drop the throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
No, check.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. And Charles, I think when the schedule